Welcome back to another episode of the Daniel Federico Show. We're back. I was sick last week, but now I'm feeling real good. And we're ready to rock. Let's get into this episode. We got a lot of news. I will not be talking about the NHL today just because I've been a little behind on that news. Didn't feel like searching it up. But we'll be talking about the other sports, the CFL, the NFL, the Euros just ended, the Copa just ended, Wimbledon final just happened. A lot of good stuff. Let's get into the episode. So I don't know where I left off last week or the 2 weeks ago on NBA news, but a little refresher if I already said it. Chris Paul signs with the Spurs, joins a veteran deal, veteran guard, 1 year, $11 million. Paul George signs with the 76ers, 4 year, $212 million. Donovan Mitchell got an extension, signed a 3-year extension with the Cleveland Cavs for $150 million. Tobias Harris to the Pistons. Yeah, they suck anyways. Let's talk about Bronny James and his Summer League debut. I think he only played 2 games in the Summer League. He scored a total of 15 points, I'm pretty sure. He did not shoot well. He actually shot very poorly. He actually played very poorly. Expect it. It is Summer League. This is his first time going up against, I would say, better competition that he played against at USC. I think he's going to start his career in the G League. He's now probably going to be the richest G League player. But I could see it happening. He's open. I saw some reports, some rumors, that he's actually open to being in the G League. And I think it'll be a great start for him to be in the G League so he can develop. He's an athlete. You can tell he's an athlete. The G League probably wouldn't be a bad idea for him to start in the G League. He needs it. I truthfully think he needs it. It is a great developmental league. So I think when he comes out of that, probably plays a month or 2, maybe 3 months in the G League. Gets called up, plays with his dad. I could receive ratings, ticket prices up 100%. But if he starts in the NBA, does not start in the G League, like his career-wise, he's obviously going to be coming off the bench, probably in the G League and actually he'll probably start in the G League, but he'll probably be coming off the bench in the NBA. But whichever league he starts in, that's good to bring a lot of views. Well, obviously, it's going to bring a lot of views to the NBA. Bron playing with Bronny Jr. or LeBron James Jr. the G League. It's going to be awesome to see. And the NBA is going in a good way. But yeah, his Summer League was not good. But it's expected to not to play good in the Summer League when you're a rookie, especially a second rounder. And you already know you're going to be on the roster at some capacity next year. Obviously, you're going out there to show up. But instead, he was way too busy playing COD as he just beat... Who did he beat? Oh, Grant Williams in the COD finals at the Summer League. Only if he can win and play as good as he played in COD on the court. We're not here to judge. This is not a judging program. But I'm here to judge just a little bit. Your mind, if you're LeBron James' son, your mind got to be 100% focused on basketball. Not playing Warzone or COD. Whatever you're playing, and your head should be 100% in that court, on the court. That's it. You got to shut up the doubters. You got to shut up the haters. They come 110 harder at you because you are Bronny James. It is what it is. And you know what? One thing is, I barely saw any highlights from their first round pick. I just saw Bronny highlights. Didn't know I could have so many Bronny highlights. when he's only playing like maybe like 15 minutes in the summer league. A lot of misses, a lot of bad opportunity. We'll see he wakes up in the G League, but after that performance, he's for sure going to have to start in the G League. Like, you're going to have to develop him somewhere. Maybe he can get it going he has the rest of the offseason before training camp. Now he has nothing to do. He can go to Paris and watch his dad win goals for Team USA. And this Team USA team looks stacked. Kawhi actually just left the team. Said he wants to focus on what is it? He wants to focus on basketball. Or focus on getting his body ready for next season. But he was seen at a club literally the next day or 2 days later with Paul George. Yeah, focusing. Really trying to get your body well. Pulling up in a nightclub. Don't feel like playing for Team USA. Where's the grit? Where's the passion at playing for your country? I'm not a Kawhi hater, so let's just stop that. But this Team USA team is stacked. I'm trying to think of who took over Kawhi. Let's look at the roster. 1 second, I'm going to search the roster so I don't get any names incorrect. So on the team, Derek White. Derek White took him over. Took over Kawhi's spot. But you have Bam Adebayo, you have Devin Booker, you have Curry, you have Anthony Davis, you have Kevin Durant, Anthony Edwards. I'm going to get into this one thing, Joel Embiid. Don't know why he's on Team USA, but I'm going to get to that. Tyrese Halliburton, Jrue Holiday, LeBron, Jason Tatum, Derek White. Stacked team. Who's beating that? They just played Canada earlier in the week. And to be honest, they didn't look the greatest. They didn't look like a super team against Canada, but Canada's also not bad. And I'm pretty sure they had a game against Australia. And it was a close matchup too. So we don't know what's happening. It's just a tune-up. This is the reason why they're starting to gel together. But talk about this Joel Embiid. Why is he on Team USA? And every time it says his hometown is in Cameroon. What is that? I'm so confused. Sick that he's on the team. How is that allowed? People are gonna say, I know how it's allowed. He has American passport. He's an American citizen or something like that. Come on. That's a joke. A guy from Cameroon literally just the first time he moved to the States was to play in the NBA. Now he's on Team USA, but he's not even American. That's like me going to play for Cameroon. What? But it is because he has an American passport, and I think that's literally the only reason. But the reason he has an American passport is because he lives in the NBA. He lives in the States and plays in the NBA. He should go play for Team Cameroon. But I might be the only one that thinks it's stupid. Maybe other people think it's stupid. It's actually awesome that he's on the team. And it's pretty dope that he's on the team. Like, I like Joel Embiid. I'm a Joel Embiid fan. But how is that allowed? You see it in soccer all the time, depending on what passport you have. You could be on, like, Team Spain or Team England, depending on what passport you have. Unfair. Stupid rule. Wherever you're born in, wherever you're raised, actually it should be wherever you're born and raised. Or raised. Born or raised. You can. That's your nationality. He was born and raised in Cameroon, so he should be playing for Team Cameroon. That's how it should go. But that's just me. I'm also not a genius. But I don't think it takes a genius to realize how dumb that is. It is what it is. Alright, let's move on to the NFL. Alright, we're going to talk about some NFL news. So we're going to talk about actually just football. It's not NFL. It's also going to be NFL and CFL. I'm not doing these highlights for the next couple of weeks. It takes so much time out of my night, and I don't got time, It's summertime for me, so why not talk about the CFL, and why not talk about the NFL in the exact same way? And I know when I was doing those little highlight things, reading the games, it was pretty cool. I tried it. I liked it. It just takes so much time. And I'm trying to record this, talk about it, ship it off. But let's talk about something. So I'm going to talk about football. This is a football segment. The NFL will have its time to shine, and the CFL. But right now, it's the summertime, it's CFL. But I'm going to talk about the NFL right now. So training camp starts July 16th for the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. That's a Tuesday. Rookies already started reporting for NFL camps, and I am so pumped that the NFL training camp is starting because I like the news. My favorite all-time training camp story will have to be Antonio Brown's helmet gate, where he was going to sit out because he couldn't wear a helmet. Well, because he couldn't wear a helmet that protects his eye. A helmet that's not allowed by the NFL because so old and doesn't protect your head or something like that. I forget the whole story, but that was funny. That was the start of Antonio Brown. He could have easily just wore a damn different helmet. A helmet that actually kept you safe. But that whole Antonio Brown Gates helmet saga, that just at the time I think it was Oakland Raiders. Might have just been right when they moved to Las Vegas. Don't think it was, but I think it was still. I still think they were in Oakland. But that whole Raiders saga, that summer with him and with the Raiders, was hilarious. I can't be alone to think he ruined his own career. Obviously, got picked up by the Bucks, won a Super Bowl. Then halfway through his second season, hit a tantrum on the sidelines and shouted up, and he's never touched a football field since. Obviously, people are going to think you're CTE, buddy, when you're doing stupid acts like that. But I don't like to say the C word. That's pretty bad. Those 3 letters are probably one of the worst letters of all time. Well, I don't like to say it, but hey. Even on his Twitter, I follow his Twitter. His Twitter's crazy. Very funny, but crazy. Because you see this guy's outbursts and stuff, and it's just like, what are you doing? But let's talk about the training camp. But some training camp stories that I want to see as a Dallas Cowboys fan. CeeDee Lamb, is he going to participate in training camp without a contract? Because he has 1 year left. He wants a new deal. He's been saying that he might sit out. We'll see. I want to see how the rookies do in training camp. JJ McCarthy for the Minnesota Vikings. Bo Nix. Jaden Daniels. And obviously Caleb Williams. I want to see the quarterback duel. Justin Fields, Russell Wilson. Even though Russell Wilson is going to be the week 1 starter. I want to see how close the race could be. Can't wait for Hard Knocks. Hard Knocks in season has been dropping the past couple of weeks. That show has been incredible. How a front office works, basically. And, well, there's no spoilers on this show because I know a lot of people like Hard Knocks. They don't like spoilers. I won't spoil it, but it is cool to see how the front office works. What other training camp stories am I looking forward to? Well, I'm also looking forward to see how the new players adapt to the teams, like Stephon Diggs. I can't wait to see what CJ Stroud could do in his year 2. Joe Burrow back from injury too. Mr. Harbaugh coaching the Chargers. Want to see how that all takes shape. But the receiver show actually just came out. I'm not going to lie, it was still good. But still not better than quarterback. Even though a bunch of quarterbacks don't like it. But hey, you want to do a show about quarterbacks, come to the CFL. We have some sauce. We have Cody Fajardo, that'd be great on that show. Trey Ford will be excellent on that show. Bo Levi Mitchell would be pretty solid. You could do all 9 starting quarterbacks, maybe a little hint of them backups, and you'd get a great show. Quarterback Season 2, CFL edition. Yeah, just think of something. Get on it, Peyton Manning. I know Omaha Productions is running that show, but no, the receiver show is very good. Devontae Adams, I don't know how he's still a Raider. He had so many outbursts. He just kept on saying, "Man, I can't do it here. He's gonna hit so many times." Dude, you left Green Bay for this. Now you gotta. It's your fault. You gotta live with your decisions. You knew you had Jimmy Garoppolo throwing you the ball. You could have Jordan Love throwing you the ball. That's all I'm saying. I'm not even a Packers fan. Idiot move. But he's still one of the best receivers in the world. Stupid move. My God, Green Bay could have been great. They're good right now, but they could have been great with Devontae Adams. The Raiders, mid. He does not switch any of that. But he was very happy that Jimmy Garoppolo got benched. Because Jimmy G, in that show, he was like a villain. Basically, because it's like, hey, Devontae Adams has the worst quarterback of all time. Jimmy G, he is bad at quarterback, but like some of these clips that they're showing does not really portray him pretty good, pretty nicely. The way I'm trying to word this nicely without a swear word, because I can only speak while swearing. I swear. They treat Jimmy G like he was a washed-up, poopy quarterback. He is. Don't get me wrong, but some of the clips was so like that one pass where they overthrew Devontae Adams, and Devontae Adams got pissed off. Bro got a player right in his face. It's gonna be hard to get that on the money when you have a big ass D lineman coming right at you. That's all I'm saying. But he is bad. He did miss a lot of throws, and he wasn't the greatest. That's why he got benched. But he was probably happy about that. Second string quarterback wasn't even that good. Like Devontae Adams, I don't know what you thought was going to happen in Las Vegas. Money, but you didn't get that much more money. Like, be loyal to your teams like we are loyal to our teams as fans. Be loyal to your team as players. But you were upset and not show Devontae Adams with your team. But I want you to know, you have to live with your decisions. There it is. Earlier, 2 weeks ago, Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback Cameron Center was suspended for 8 games without pay for violating the NFL personal conduct policy due to allegedly domestic violence incident. I'm going to be honest. I heard about that, but reading that was like a whole mouthful. Cameron Center, what are you doing? Idiot of the week. Idiot of the week. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got to talk about the NFL. But let's talk about the CFL here. The Edmonton Elks 0-5. I want to talk about that game last. Because I have a whole rant for that team. And I got some news before I recorded that. Breaking news! I got some news. Got some amazing news that Edmonton Elk fans will love. It's probably, actually, by the time this comes out, it'll probably already be live on Twitter and stuff like that. But I saw it first, and I wish the show was live because I could have told you guys I was pumped when I got the message, and I was fired up. But then I looked at it, then I thought to myself, oh yeah, wait. The news is going to break, and when this episode gets released in a day or two. So, it doesn't even matter, but thank you for letting me know, sir. Sources cannot be named. Sources. Popped! But let's talk about the other games. The Montreal Alouettes. I'm an Alouette fan now. Some people know why. But they lost their first game of the season. Going now 5-1. They got crushed by the Toronto Argos. That was just not Montreal's game. Short week. Quarterback goes down. Played, I think, 9 snaps. Got hurt. Just wasn't the greatest start. Injuries are really piling up for Montreal right now. They have not said how bad Cody Fajardo's injury is, but hopefully we'll hear more about it after their bye week or this week going into it. Because they're in a bye week right now. The Winnipeg Blue Bombers are on a 2-game winning streak. They're bringing it back. They beat the Calgary Stampeders 41-37. Close matchup. Niagara athlete Tyrell Ford had his second interception of the game. Here's the video.
Yeah, right here, and there's your man right there, and Tyrell Ford is just going to be eyes to the quarterback. He undercuts the out route. You got a deep one, you got an out and a flat underneath. Tyrell reads it perfectly. Jake floats it up there, and then bang, he gets the ball in his hands. He looks like he knows what he can do with that. He's taking it the other way. Great field position for the Bombers.
Boom! Had his second interception of the season. Blue Bombers 2-4. Calgary Stampeder 2-3. The Saskatchewan Roughriders get annihilated by the BC Lions 35-20. The BC Lions are playing one of the best football right now. They're 5-1 on the year. Vernon Adams Jr. was lights out. 451 passing yards. 39 rushing yards and 1 touchdown. He did throw 2 interceptions. But receiver spotlight of the week, Justin McInnes, 14 catches, 243 yards, and a touchdown. Receiver spotlight of the week. And then the final week of the season, the Ottawa Redblacks beat the Edmonton Elks on Elks fashion. Kicked the ball out of bounds. A play later, put the Ottawa Redblacks in field goal range and walk it off. I think I saw it's their third straight. It's the Edmonton Elks losing. How do I word this correctly? Why am I not braining right now? I got a lot of energy right now. But it's the third straight time the Edmonton Elks lost on a walk-off field goal. Boom! Elks in Elks fashion lost this game. Kicked the ball out of bounds, BD. That's kickers, BD. BD. Kicks out of bounds. Costs his team the game. I thought they were going to overtime. Saw that kick and I go, what? It's like the Hamilton Tiger Cats 2 weeks ago, their squib kick. What? I think it's free trade forward again. But I've had my rants on trade. Now it's my time to have my rants on Chris Jones. And breaking news, boom, Chris Jones has been fired by Edmonton. He's not the GM anymore. He's not the head coach anymore. He had a total of an 8-33 record, 8 wins, 33 losses. What? As a head coach? You spent like 5 years there. Or 4. You only win 8 games in 4 years. You want to know something? 5 of those wins came with Trey at quarterback, and he still didn't play him. You sure are never going to coach football ever again. You're a bad head coach. Bad at making business decisions. You spent $500K on a quarterback where you could have boosted up your defense a lot more. Because you have a starting quarterback right now on your roster in Trey. Gotta give myself a heart attack. I swear. Talking about this. Chris Jones, you suck. That's it. That's all I want to talk about. You weren't. Actually, no, I gotta talk about this. How you 8 wins, 33 losses as a CFL head coach with the Edmonton Elks. 5 of those 8 wins came with Trey at the quarterback position. Nice. 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 Nice, 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 nice. 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 Foolish! That's all I want to talk about. Football, let's go into the Euros. Alright, fellas. So, for the second half of the season, I'm recording it a day later, and rocking a great football team. I'll tell you guys why in a moment, but let's talk about some soccer, some Euros, some Copa. Euros just ended. Spain are your European champions. Well deserved. Best team of the whole entire tournament. Yamal, 17 years old, played majority of the tournament, 16 years old of age. Wow. Youngster. Nico Williams, incredible tournament. Spain beats England 2-1 in a thrill final. You know what's stunning me? Yamal's 17, Nico's a youngster. Spain is in good hands. That country's always going to be good. Makes a lot of sense. Let's see where Nico Williams goes as he's looking for a new home. It's either Chelsea or FC Barcelona. That's what my reports are saying or seeing. That's what I'm seeing. It's going to be an entertaining season. As the summer is now off to a banger start, we have the Olympics coming up, so I will be talking about the Olympics a lot in this and with this on this show in the next couple of weeks. What is it? Training camp has opened. The training season has opened up for majority of the big clubs as they're about to get on to their friendly tournaments. But let's see where Nico Williams goes. See where he goes. I think he's going to go to Barcelona. Play alongside of Yamal. But that's your Euros. Spain are your champions. They beat England 2-1. Crazy game. I actually really enjoyed that game. It was a crazy day on Sunday. 3 finals. The Wimbledon final. The Joker gets Spanish wins the Wimbledon. Joker loses to a young star, 21 years old. Wins back-to-back Wimbledon titles. It was a great day for Sunday because in the morning, early in the morning, you had Wimbledon, and then you had Euros at like 3 o'clock Eastern time, and then you had at night the Copa America finals, Argentina versus Colombia, and Argentina wins on pens 1-0 in a boring snooze fest of a game. Copa was ran unprofessionally. Now the question is, does this bring problems for the U.S. to host a bigger tournament like the World Cup happening in 2026? Because the fans were entering, they somehow broke the gauge. We had fans going through the vents to get into this game. I don't know what happened there. Could not tell you what happened. Pretty crazy stuff. It's crazy scenes. But I don't think it causes concern for the U.S. They actually ran a great tournament. Yeah, they ran a great Copa America this year. I think it ran smoothly. The officiating was awful. The fans were also, really... They wanted to fight for their country just like the men were fighting for their country on the field. Yeah, Darwin Núñez, after getting eliminated in the semis, going in and fighting fans. But the reports did come out and say that he was protecting his family that I guess were in the stands. Liverpool legend. What else? Yeah, but going back to that Copa America final. At the start of the game, McAllister had to leave the locker room and go and make sure his family could come into the game because the security guards had no control. So and the stadium got trashed. It's the home of the Miami Dolphins, a Hard Rock Stadium. I don't think it causes concern, but I think when it is going to be when the time comes for the World Cup, I think you're going to have to put your whole sheriff department in that stadium. You can't have like 4 or 5 security guards at each gate. You need 100 at each gate. These are countries, these are people coming from Colombia, coming from Argentina, for example. I'm using them as an example because they just played and they just absolutely broke through the gates. You need 100 security guards, you need cops, police officers at each gate. People, I guess some people that spent like $1,500, $15,000, stuff like that on tickets couldn't even get in. That's a big no-no. If I'm spending that type of money to get in a soccer match, I expect to get in. You know what I mean? Then the Copa America, Argentina are your champions. Copa is a tournament that runs randomly. or run every 4 years, or run every 2 years, or run every 3 years, or maybe every other year. Like that does mean every 2 years, but every year. It's that type of tournament. It's just like, it's always going to be lesser known to the Euros for that reason. If you did it every 4 years, like the Euros, it would have been so smooth. But let's talk about Team Canada. Team Canada placed 4th. They did lose in pens to Uruguay in the 3rd place match. Great game by Canada. Canada also didn't have all their studs on the field. They had a bunch of 18-year-olds, a bunch of kids, and they played great. I think they had a overall great tournament. And I think they had, I don't know, they lost to Argentina in the semis. They lost to the champions. The only time they lost in this tournament was to the champions. So I'll remember that. But I think it was a stellar tournament from Canada. No one expected it. Being the second worst team in the World Cup, you really don't expect much from Canada. But I think they proved a lot of people wrong. Alfonso Davies shooting that last pen, coming right off the woodwork, right off the crossbar. Heartbreaker. Heartbreaking fashion for the Canadians. But I gotta say, a successful tournament. Even though you placed 4th, you didn't medal out, but successful. The respect is there. I give Canada my respect. The future's high for Canada, I think. I think it is. I think the future for Canada soccer is here right now, though. They do have to go find more talent in the CPL and across the world. But get your youngsters to play in this 3rd place game was actually a smart move by manager Jesse Marsh. I want to see what Canada can do in the next couple of years. See how the friendlies add up. Leading up to the World Cup, and I want to see them get out of the group stage and the World Cup. That's my soccer talk for today. I already talked about the CFL, talked about football, American football, talked a little bit about the NBA. Have not talked about the NHL. I'm not going to do it. Stamp signs, blah, blah, blah. I'm honestly... The NHL gets my heart beating so fast that I feel like I'm going to have a heart attack. Skipping so many beats because Tampa Bay Lightning let go of a legend. Talked about it last episode. Stupid. But let's get into what I want to talk about, some Niagara news. So this is a big week. Last week was a big week for some Niagara athletes. Tyrell Ford got his 2nd interception of the season. I already rolled a clip earlier, so you can go find that somewhere when I thought about the CFL. But I'm not going to talk about the CFL right now. I want to keep that for the last. There's a reason why I'm rocking this shirt for the second half of this show. But Lucas Body fights on Jake Paul's card this Saturday, July 20th, while Jake Paul fights Mike Perry. But Lucas Body's on that card. He's on the pay-per-view side of the card, so that's huge for his career. Lucas Body's 16-0. He's going up against, I think, an 8-0. I'm gonna just clarify. I want to clarify the card and all the records. I don't want to botch it. That's the one thing. I try to be perfect. Thank God I have a phone. Thank God I have an iPad. Thank God I have some notes. Should have wrote that one down. All right. All right. So I think Lucas Body's going to come to punch. Obviously, he's going to come to punch, but come to punch hard. So you have the press conference this Thursday, open workout tomorrow, but this episode won't be out by then, probably, potentially. Who knows? Lucas Body is the 3rd last fight. It's the main event. So it'll be Ashton Slive, H2O, 8-0, young boxer, to Lucas Body's 16-0. And then it would be Amanda Serrano. And then it would be Jake Paul, the main fight. So that's huge for the Lucas Body career. I was at Lucas Body's last fight. I was ringside recording, and he's a heavy punch. He has a heavy punch. That's why it's a light heavyweight matchup. He's a heavy punch. He's skillful. That's what I saw. Because he's a Niagara boy. This might be biased, but I got Lucas Body winning this fight. But all seriousness, well, that is a serious take. I actually do believe that he's going to win this match, and I hope he does. But I want to say on the bottom, from all of Niagara and myself, wish Lucas Body nothing but the best for this fight. Good luck, and come back a winner. Because the city very much appreciates what you're doing, putting the city on the map. Lucas Body 16-0, soon to be 17-0. Now let's get into why I'm wearing the shirt. Montreal Alouettes made 2 signings last week. One Anthony Federico, my brother, and Michael Damagala, kicker out of St. Catharines. Let's go Alouettes. My brother signed as a free agent. Anthony Federico signed as a free agent to Montreal this week. Same with Michael Damagala. Played against the Argos, where the Montreal Alouettes lost their first game of the season. But it's awesome. Let's go Montreal. I gotta freshen up on the French if I'm gonna go watch my Alouette games in Montreal. Could be more proud as a little brother. Could be more prouder. Pretty awesome. Proud of him. Proud of his work ethic too, and just proud of him as a person. And obviously, I wish my brother the best. I've told him this a million times. Now, speaking this into the camera feels a little weird. I won't even lie. But it's awesome to see. Can't wait to see how his tenure with Montreal Alouettes turns out. Michael Damagala also played on the Tiger Cats with Ant for a little bit in his rookie season. And now they're teammates again. Let you guys know they're both Iron Performance athletes. As a gym in St. Catharines, Iron Performance. Pretty cool. That's pretty much all I have to talk about this week. Good luck to Lucas Body at his boxing fight this weekend against H2O. Soon to be 17-0, Lucas Body. Good luck. I'll see you guys hopefully next week if I'm not sick again. I won't be sick again. My body's like that. Good luck. Till I see you guys again. Stay safe. Have fun. Ciao.